Have you ever wondered why some habits sticks like they glue to you while others fall apart after a few days? Why does it feel so easy to pick up bad habits, yet breaking them feels like climbing a mountain? And most importantly, how can you actually rewire your brain to build the habits that work for you? Hello and welcome. My name is Anyon Victory. This is Habit That Thrive podcast, a podcast for young adults and early career professionals who want to build habits and character that make a lasting difference. So, these are the questions we'll be answering today. But before we do that, here's a reminder. If you're ready to be known for that potential trait you see and admire, the character you want to possess, and the habits you've long aimed to build, make sure to subscribe to this podcast channel and do well to follow us on Instagram at Habits That Thrive so you don't miss out on any tips and insights. New episodes drop at Tuesdays 6 a.m. WAT. Whether you're someone who struggles to stay consistent or you're just curious about the psychology of habits, this episode is for you. Ready to uncover the secrets of thriving habits, why they're so powerful, and how you can take control of them to create the life you want? Let's get into it. Today, we're going to break down how habits are formed, why they are so hard to change, and how you can use this knowledge to create the habits that you want. Are you driving to work or you're just chilling at home? I want you to think of this as a friendly chat where we'll be unpacking the secret sauce to building better habits. First, let's talk about what habits actually are. At their core, habits are actions we do automatically. I'll say that again. Habits are actions we do automatically. You don't think twice about brushing your teeth, do you? Or trying your shoes. It's just part of your routine. But here's what's really interesting. Habits are your brain's way of saving energy. Your brain is like, hey, let's turn this repeated action into something automatic so you can free up mental space for other stuff. Think about it. Imagine if you had to consciously think about every step of brushing your teeth, like opening the toothpaste, putting it on the brush, and then the actual brushing. You'll be mentally exhausted before you even start your day. So habits, as I said earlier, are the actions we do with zero efforts. Now let's get into science. There's this thing called the habit loop, which was popularized by Charles Duhigg in his book, The Power of Habits. I recommend that book. It has three parts: the cue, routine, and reward. So the cue is the trigger that tells your brain to start a habit. The routine is the actual habits or the action you perform. And the reward, this is what you get out of it. Something that makes your brain say, yeah, let's do it again. So let me give you an example. Do you always grab a snack when you sit down to watch TV at night? The cue is sitting on the couch. The routine is grabbing a snack. And the reward is the comfort you feel while eating that snack. You know, over time, your brain learns to associate sitting on the couch with needing a snack. And yeah, you've got a habit. Another example is, imagine you have a habit of checking your phone first thing in the morning. Now let's bring out the cue, the routine, and the reward here. The cue is you waking up and seeing your phone on the table beside your bed. The routine is grabbing the phone and you're scrolling through social media. That's the routine. Then the reward is the hit of dopamine you get from seeing new notifications, posts, trends, gist, all you see, the excitement you get from going through the social media, right? That's habits. Now hold on to these examples and let's talk about why bad habits stick so easily. Think about it. Grabbing fast food is faster and more satisfying than cooking a healthy meal. Grabbing a fast food, so quick, you enjoy it compared to, taking your time, go to the market and preparing this meal yourself. Another one is the excitement, the fun you get from scrolling social media compared to reading a book, which takes effort, right? So you see, our brains are wired to chase rewards, especially the ones that come quickly. That's why it's so important to design habits with reward that will work for you instead of against you. Bad habits stick because of quick satisfaction you get from it. Alright, now that we've got the basics down, let's get practical. How do you actually build good habits? Here are step-by-step breakdown. Step 1, make it obvious. The first step is to make your cues clear and visible. I'll say that again. Make your cues, those things that will trigger your brain to target as a habit, make them clear and visible. For example, if you want to be drinking more water, keep the bottled water on your desk or close to somewhere you can see it. If you want to read more books, you want to draw, replace your phone, the phone you always keep beside you, replace it with your materials, and that's it. You're making it very obvious. You're making that thing very obvious. You want to go into into exercises, you want to train, whatever training material you know you can quickly handle, put it close to you. So it gives you some sort of reminder, I want to do this, I want this to happen. Okay. Step 2 is make it easy. The easier a habit, the more likely you're to do it. Yeah, just like footballers, they regularly train to ensure they are fit, even when they don't have matches. They don't have any match to play. They keep training daily. So are you aiming to always eat breakfast? Someone like me, right? Set your alarm to sleep early so you'll be able to wake up early. And you can set an alarm to wake you up. That way you get up quickly and you're able to make the breakfast. And then plus you have to put the things you need to use for the breakfast, like your ingredients, place them where as you're coming out you're seeing them, right? Another one is, do you aim to finish a book or a course in a month? Set your timetable and stick to it. Create a study schedule. I want to read this modules or these chapters daily, and you're going to stick to it, right? Now the aim is for you to practice daily. Keep practicing it, keep making it happen. Here is a personal example. I actually learned this from my mom. She would want to go to church on time, and then she asked me to set her phone time to be 10 minutes ahead, and I was like, no, that's not really right. And she's like, no, you do it for me. Sometimes work with that time, and then we leave the house, let's say 8 a.m. Where we're supposed to take about 30 minutes, we get there and we're still seeing something after 8:20. So we're like, oh, what happened? Oh, mommy's time. And before you know what happened, that helps us attend church services on time. And guess what, guys? I took that habit. I went back and okay, I think this will work. And I decided to set my timer 10 minutes ahead. Actually, I didn't go beyond that. So if you want to get up on time, go to places on time, this is me sharing that this habit has worked for me. And it was just on my phone. I didn't alter the clock at home. I didn't alter any other timer. I just stick to my phone because why? I can easily pick up my phone. But then, at that point, you won't remember if it is, it has been set 10 minutes ahead. You just want to meet up. You just want to rush up and get prepared. And sometimes that 10 minutes could save you, a lot. So now step number 3, make it rewarding. As I said earlier, our brains needs a reason to keep doing the habits. After finishing your workouts, you could treat yourself to a nice shower. With your favorite body wash. So you could also make the water a bit warm, just something to give you the relaxing feeling right after you've done that exercise. So you see, once you're done working out, you're going to get a very warm bath. That gives you some sort of excitement to keep at it. Another example could be after you complete a week of reading, you read every day, you could buy yourself for ladies like me, I would say maybe shawarma or an ice cream or a bag or a slippers, anything to just motivate you. Just give it to yourself. It helps the brain stick to it. Oh, I got this bag while practicing how to read daily, and it's amazing. So now here's something we overlook. Your environment plays a huge role in your habits. Your environment plays a huge role in your habits building. If your kitchen counter is cluttered with junk food, guess what you're likely to eat? Junk food. But if you keep healthy snacks front and center, you're setting yourself up for success, and definitely you're going to be taking healthy things. Now, a small tweak I made with my phone was moving it from the bed down to the other side of the room. Many of us we've got this bad habit of always scrolling our phones on bed, and these rooms are asleep. It doesn't give us the time when we're supposed to be sleeping, we are still on our phones. But imagine you had to go to where your charger is and then plug your phone there. Guess what happens? You probably go back to sleep on time. You won't have to keep the late night scrolling all the time. So when you think about going to take your phone and you're like, okay, I'm going to calm down, don't worry, I'll do that later. Yeah, and then you're good. We all have to find something that would help us keep to this habit we're building. Whatever it is you're trying to take away, whatever habit you're trying to reduce, whatever habit you're trying to keep out of yourself, don't put anything closer, Now, I know you're thinking, this all sounds great, but how long does it take to build a habit? You've probably heard that it takes 21 days to build a habit, but research shows it's 66 days on average. And honestly, it depends on the habit. Some are quicker and some takes longer. The key here is consistency. Even if you mess up one day, don't let it derail you. Habits are built by showing up again and again and again and again. So here's the bottom line. Habits aren't just about willpower or motivation. They are about understanding how your brain works. Start small, focus on one habit at at a time. Make it obvious, easy, and rewarding. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. I'll say that again. The goal of building a habit isn't to just get a habit once, it's the progress you make. Continuous, consistent efforts you put into making that thing a part of you is what makes habits very, very easy to build. So if you can change even one small habit, you're planting a seed that can grow into something truly life-changing. So habits is easier when you take the steps. Like make it obvious, make it easy, and make it rewarding. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on Habits That Thrive. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend or leave a review. It really helps the podcast grow. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until then, keep building those habits and remember that small steps lead to big changes. So build one habit at a time. You've got this. I believe in you. See you soon.